Attention. If you or a loved one suffer from being completely ass at Call of Duty, this video may be able to help. Enjoy. Welcome guys. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and check out this video. My name is Matt, also known as Jackal. Starting a brand new series for you guys. It's going to be a good one. Going to be doing map overviews. So basically just going to be loading into every map. Might do like one a week, one every 2 weeks. Load in the map, give you guys some callouts, some objectives, where the objectives are, some good routes to run, maybe even some spots where you can expect people to be, and just kind of give you guys a little overview of the map and how to best play it to succeed. Today's video is going to be focused on the first alphabetical map, Armada. That is the giant US tank ship, whatever it's called, the big giant boat. You got the beautiful water out on the edge, whatever it may be. That is going to be our focus for today. Alright, so here we are, spawning here on what is called front bow, or what I call top red. Either side is top red to me. It's just kind of how I do things. I don't know why. It's just kind of top red. Basically, you're going to be looking at it. So if you want to delineate these stairs versus these stairs over here, basically just gonna be top red, left, right. Just easy ways. A lot of people will sit up here and you can actually get sniper scope down to the other end, or a lot of people will watch this lane here. Just kind of top red, good way to know. Top red windows, or office. You want to call this office or control. Again, these are not the callouts that the game gives you. I realize that the game is calling this auxiliary bridge. Auxiliary bridge. You can call this aux if you want to, like an aux cord, auxiliary. Whatever you want to do. I'm just giving you guys what me and my team call these. We call this either control, top office, or just red windows. Again, left, right, if you really want to put it in which window. Red rope. Moving over here is blue crate, or just blue. He's head glitching over here. He's on the spool, on the boat. Left, right spool here. You can see these two spools. Going down low, bottom right, and then, which is also A-bomb, or bottom left, depending on which way we spawn, or top. We don't really call this top bottom. It makes the most sense to, but it's kind of like under bridge. We all just kind of know, oh, he's under the bridge, like he's directly under here, or he's on the bridge. You could also call this just bridge. I believe this is the only like major bridge here, kind of putting these two spots together. So bridge. Going back in here, A-bomb. It's really how we call it. We don't really call it lower deck. Sometimes you'll hear us say lower, like bottom left, bottom right, or just lower deck. But a lot of times we just call it AS&D or A-search, because we all know that this is where A-bomb is. Ramp, A-bomb ramp, and then rear. So you could also do front and rear for the two sides respectively, and then left top rear, right top rear, and machine. Usually we just call this machine or U, because for whatever reason this is a giant U that you can't really do much with. And then windows, or their spawn, our spawn. Again, same thing with the rope, rear rope. And then yellow, in yellow crate. Moving in, we have B-dom. This is all, we all pretty much just call this B-dom. This whole building right through in here is B-dom. And then top B, or on B site, is obviously the bomb is right here. Windows, top mid. And then top plat. Depending on, obviously we know, depending on where the objective is and what we're doing, we know which top plat, but we just kind of call this whole section up here either top plat or P2 because it is the second hard point. But other than that, it's actually a pretty small map. There really isn't a whole lot for callouts. It looks like a big map, but it's pretty small, to be honest. Ladder, he's sitting around here. He's ladder, crates, boxes, however you want to play that. But pretty much we just use everything that is an objective. One of the final ones is the lower steps here. So like the other side, we have, this is P5? This P5? I think this is hardpoint 5, where it's just kind of chilling here. We usually just delineate that as P5, and then back right usually, or depending on, again, it all depends on which way you're looking, but back right, back left is kind of a good general idea. So that's pretty much all I've got for callouts. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty quick callout map. There isn't a whole lot to worry about for callouts. There's a lot of large main rooms that can just be delineated as one name. So moving on to objectives now, you just saw where the two search and destroy sections were, the 2 bomb sites. Let's move on to the hard point. So first hard point is going to be down here on the submarine. Nice and simple, bottom of the map. Really nothing. I mean, when you're calling out, you obviously know which side you're spawning on. So you're going to push, their side, our side, left, right, keeping it nice and simple. There's really not any other way to delineate these sides. Moving from P1, we rappel, as you would call it, up here through top mid to the outer deck, or top plat as I call it. Doing this as competitive, so 4v4, you would have one on the hard point, one out on probably either side, and have one out on the railing out here, one on the railing out here, and you would have your final guy probably perched up here with a submachine gun, close range, kind of head glitching here, waiting for them to push up the stairs. From here, you jump out and go through blue crate to P3, which is the big giant spool. Again, make sure before this hard point hits, make sure you have your main AR sitting in the back, making sure to hold spawns here, ensuring that nobody is spawning out here on the point. My team tends to have one perched on the point, one over on the stairs up there, and the other 2 are just kind of floating around. We might have one up here, and we might have one probably down low, just trying to watch cover and get information for people trying to get up over there and coming up on this ramp. From here, we rotate on to lower engine, lower dock, lower deck, where it is pretty much the right side. It's all right side here, down on lower deck, bottom right, or just lower deck, lower right, however your team wants to delineate it. But it is not here. It is actually right this little square here on the bridge. So you're actually vulnerable on both sides here, which makes it very important to have somebody up in top mid with an AR, making sure to watch these angles, having somebody on point, and pretty much just make sure you have all of your angles covered. So if you have your hardpoint guy sitting here, you need to make sure you have that angle over there covered, from right here, as well as make sure you have your opposite side covered. And then, of course, from P4, we rotate through yellow crate, and as soon as it pops, it will be right over here on P5, which we just delineate as P5, as I've already told you. So we just kind of sit here, make sure we have trophies, make sure we watch out for the lone hard point where you can get hit by streaks. If there are streaks available, you do want to quickly make your way up to here, but otherwise have somebody posted up, probably up on the top there. You would have somebody posted up over by yellow crate to watch that cross, and probably have somebody posted up down low, as well as obviously the one man on the hard point. So those are the 5 hard point rotations. We're going to jump over to control. Moving on to control, there are obviously only 2 control spots. They do not rotate, they do not change from round to round, so this will be nice and quick. give you guys a good way to set up for these with 4-mans on CDL. Obviously this isn't a CDL map, but it's still a good way to know how to play these. So point B is down here, which is also AS and D, as you may know. Again, you'd want somebody watching your ramp here, probably up on here, up on the ladder, watching spawns here. You'd want somebody on the opposite side watching spawns as well. And you would probably want somebody watching down low here. And just make sure your 2 ARs up top are communicating to the guy down the hill which side they're pushing from. A is top mid. Again, easy way to hold this. Have a guy out on either side of top plat, and probably just have one watching one of the 2 doors down here. Might not be the best solution, but alright, so here we are on domination. We are spawning on what I believe to be is C flag. Yes, it is. We're spawning here on C flag, which is the front of the ship. So C flag, this big spool area, which is also what you might recognize as hardpoint 3. C on the front of the ship, we have B, which is the lower part of mid, so not up here, but down the stairs, which you can get pinched from both sides depending on where they're spawning. Good way to hold this if you're playing in pubs is just have somebody at each door and make sure somebody's covering the top. Nice little 4-man move there. And A, you might recognize as hardpoint 5, ladies and gentlemen, as we've just seen. Again, with this being a home flag, you really shouldn't need to cover it too much, but just make sure your angles are covered. Make sure somebody's watching up here and probably watching the cross, and you'll be just fine. So that was all of the objective modes and where you can find the objectives and some good ways to hold the respawn sides. Moving on, the final part I want to show you of Armada is where you can expect people to be, where some cheeky spots are that you may not know about, and how to get there. So a great spot you're going to find a lot of snipers is on either side of the boat, on both the front and the rear. It's going to be here in U and over in Ox. Both sides, you're going to have a sniper sitting here just about any game mode. Going to be watching hardpoint 1 and the cross to the bridge. They can watch the top plat area as well as top B. Just a great spot for them to look. Make sure you know that they may be there. Depending on what side you are spawning on, you may have somebody sitting in this spot waiting for you to push through the door with probably a shotgun. Just kind of waiting, pre-aiming, and they're just going to mow you down. So always check your corners, even if it's just respawns. Usually going to try to have a sniper up on one of the sets of windows, again depending on spawns. They often like to take control of the top plat area here in mid, so always keep an eye out there. I think I already said to watch out for this one. One quick little thing you can do from top plat is, if you're smart enough, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, you can actually parachute down into the lower deck like this and catch a quick feed on maybe somebody sitting here or wherever they may be. Just a cool little spot that some people may not know about. Unfortunately, you cannot get back up there without taking the regular route, but nice little cheeky spot. So that about does it, guys. I hope this overview of Armada was complete as it can be. Like I said, I really don't want to make this video 20 minutes long. Hopefully I'm able to cut this down to about 15, maybe even less, but I do want to get those important parts in there. If there's anything you guys think I missed and you want me to include in future map overview videos, please do not hesitate to comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to leave leaving a like or dislike it if you dislike it. Share it with your friends. Maybe they're just starting out the game, or maybe they just don't play this map very often and want to get to know the map better. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Something like 80% of you guys from last video aren't subscribed to this channel, so make sure to please scroll down real quick, hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. And of course, comment down below what other video ideas you guys have for related to Call of Duty or other games. Let me know. Having said that, with that said, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day may be, wherever you may be. Talk to you later, guys. Happy slaying. Peace.